So you want to start a business but don't have the right idea? Watch till the end. There's so much to learn in this video. The first idea I want to share with you is that of setting up a cloud kitchen. Now you will ask me that, Ishan, what is new in setting up a cloud kitchen? Well, let me first define a cloud kitchen. These are independent kitchens wherein you only have to take care of creating the food, creating that dish, packaging it, and sending it to the person via the Zomato delivery agents. What you have to understand is that there is no inherent cost for you to set up a cloud kitchen. You don't have to buy a new place altogether. You can do it from your own home. All you have to do is to work in partnership with a cook, with a maid. You'll find a ton of these cooks in your own township, in your own society, in your apartment, and you can hire them and ask them to create food for every single order you get. Now, the shift I want to talk about is in the way people order and the way people consume food. So, there is a huge growing population of people who do not have the time to prepare their own meals. Let me give you an example of Bangalore. So, according to Zomato, Bangalore is the number one city with the highest number of breakfast orders, whereas Delhi has the highest number of late night orders. So, you have to first understand what type of city are you living in. If you're in Bangalore, your focus should be creating a cloud kitchen which serves breakfast orders, whereas if you are in Delhi, you should focus more on the late night orders. Now, there is also a growing trend of people looking for healthier food options. People are bored with Boxate, people are bored with Fasos. They understand that a lot of these options are unhealthy, and that is why there has been a growing trend of healthier options. And companies like California Burrito are taking up that space and building a huge business empire. In the case of California Burrito, they were able to understand the similarities in the Indian cuisine and the Mexican cuisine. And they started preparing fresh, healthy meals for people who are working in jobs. I go to a lot of co-working spaces like WeWork in Bangalore, and the one thing I observe is around the lunchtime, there are a ton of orders on the reception desk of WeWork, right? And these are all people who do not have their own lunch box, but they've actually opted to have lunch on Zomato, right? So that is the change, that is the shift. People are now willing to experiment. They want to have healthier food options. They want to spend on their own meals, and that is where you come in as a cloud kitchen. You identify that niche. California Burrito understood that Mexican food and make it healthy. Combine that and you have a highly popular brand. Once you identify a similar cuisine, for example, Japanese cuisine mein sushi is the highest margin food item out there. Like out of any food item you will order, sushi has the highest margin because it's so easy to produce, and you can charge a premium on it because it is novel, it is unique, it's different from the dal makhnis and the chole bhatures that you would be ordering. Now, setting up a cloud kitchen on Zomato or Swiggy is very simple. You just have to get some particular licenses like the FSSAI license and the other license that you can see on the screen. And once you get them, you can be listed on Zomato. Then it is all about how can you click aesthetic pictures of every food item that you create with the cook that you are working with, right? And the next step then is to create a good copy for every food item that you list. The next step then is to optimize your food and your restaurant for the particular keywords that people will be searching for. And that would basically be the platform SEO that you have to do. And once you do all of these things, all you have to do is to just wait. Just wait and see the number of orders that pour in if you have the right niche targeted and if you have the right food item. But the biggest mistake people make while setting up a cloud kitchen is that they look at the highest selling food item, which is biryani in India, and then they say that I'm going to make biryani. That is wrong. There is going to be so much competition for you when you create a biryani centered restaurant. What you have to focus on rather is what are some new and upcoming trends. What are some food items that people are interested to have and try out, and they're willing to pay a premium on that. And that is how you will be able to compete in a space which has very little competition. And that is the idea of setting up a new cloud kitchen on Zomato or Swiggy. Now, the second business idea is very interesting and I've thought about it a lot. There are two platforms which are completely separate from each other, which should not happen. There is one consuming platforms like Instagram and TikTok, and then you have platforms like Myntra, you have Amazon, and you have other platforms which offer people anything that they want to buy. But why don't these coexist together? I'm talking about building a platform where people can watch a reel and there's a button for them to instantly buy what is there in that particular reel. So the most viral reels I've seen is people showing off their outfits. That I got this from this brand, I got this from that brand, and I paid X amount of rupees for it. And then they say, DM the word this, and I'll send across this link of this whole outfit to them. This is very inefficient on Instagram. What you can build, however, is a distribution platform where people can come, they can create these product reels. It could be tech tools, it could be beauty and wellness, it could be people talking about their fitness journey and sharing fitness products, or it could also be people talking about their fashion outfits. Anything that they have, right? I could do a desk tour. I could show people all the tech tools that I have, and there could be an instant button for people to click on that and buy that in the app itself. What you can then do is you can have an API which integrates with either Myntra or Amazon or any other platform, so that whenever someone makes a purchase on your platform, the purchase is done through either of these platforms and you can take the affiliate commission. And you can then give that affiliate commission to the creator as well. So in the sense, you're creating a creator economy in which you as a platform make money, the creator makes money, which doesn't happen on Instagram, and the person at the end is also able to consume. People love consuming, people want to buy. There's a huge consumer culture. I'll give you an example. My co-founder Saransh, who used to use Garnier Men ka face wash pehle when I was in college with him, he is now trying a ton of different wellness products. So he would be buying face washes, he would be buying sunscreens from a ton of different companies because he wants to find the right one which works with his skin. Retail therapy is a new word out there. There's also a huge potential with live shopping. And you can see this happen really well in China. There are these events in which creators in China come live and they showcase products, and they're able to do billions of dollars of revenue, actual sales, while being live on that platform. Even Zara experimented with a live shopping experience in China, and it was really successful on Douyin, which is the sister app of TikTok in China. Now, whatever happens in China is a high likelihood of it being repeated in India. That's just how the markets operate. So you have to focus on how can you integrate live shopping. How this trend, by the way, is growing 28% year on year. That is how crazy live commerce and live shopping has become. And so if you can allow people to come live, show what they are wearing, show what they are using, and have a link for them to instantly buy right then and there, you, my friend, are going to make a lot of money in that whole process. Of course, Instagram can come in and copy the same feature, but don't focus on that. Just focus on building this tool and creating that distribution for people. That is going to be a great way for you to monetize the platform and make money for the creator as well. That was idea number 3. For the next business idea, I want to show you something really interesting, and that is the Meta Quest 3. And believe me, as I'm talking to you, I can see this camera, I can see this mic, but I can also see this amazing display in front of me in which I can watch my own video. And I can target it, I can play a game with it, I can do whatever I want with the help of this new way to consume content. And honestly, I tried this, I think last week. I've had this since December, but this is a whole new way to consume content, and this is a whole new playing field. Like you had 2007 when the iPhone was introduced. This is very similar to that. Like you can't see, but I can actually see a launch pad over here. I can see a display over there. I can see so many things around me. I can play games. I can actually interact with content in real time. And that is what you get to do with the help of these VR headsets, right? Now, you've already seen Apple Vision Pro. That was too expensive, but this is Meta Quest 3. It retails for about 45,000 rupees, and Facebook is able to sell a ton of them, right? You can see the number on the screen. Facebook is able to sell a ton of these devices. Now, It's a bit straining on the eye, but this is a new horizon for you to explore. Let me just wear my glasses. So yeah, as I was saying, you can work you can work remotely with people, you can play games, you can consume content, and it actually feels like a theater, right? Like you are not distant, like the content is very much in front of you, like you can actually interact with it in real time and it feels very immersive. And this is the new opportunity. The next 10-year bet that I have is that a lot of these apps that you see on App Store or on Play Store need to get transferred to the VR world, to the AR VR world that headsets like these are optimizing for. So your focus today should be on how can you learn about this experience about AR and VR, and how can you start building these apps which are top selling on our phones, on our laptops, but build it for VR. And when you do that, you're going to be able to have the first movers advantage. All the first few apps on App Store were very shitty. But because they were first, they were able to get that first movers advantage, and they all ended up getting either acquired or end up making a ton of money. And that is the benefit that you have by being the first mover. So go out there, build these tools. Very few people in India actually have this set, but it's actually a growing number. And I tell you, people who actually have this, they are, I think, the top 0.01% consumers of India. If you can build for them, they're going to pay you very well for the service. If you have any questions about any of these business ideas I've just talked about, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. If you're still watching and in the comment section, I was till the very end, you can click a screenshot, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can post the story over there at Ishan Sharma 7390. I'll see you in the next one.